Oh yeah, let's watch this. Black fatigue hits Carnival cruise lines, and new rules have woke folks melting down. This is gonna be good.
Fatigue is a term,
Stop it.
apparently.
Stop, 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 stop.
Fatigue is a term that has been co opted, apparently. It used to relate, when people talked about black fatigue, it used to mean, apparently, the fatigue that black folks faced by being black in everyday world, whatever
Really?
that means. But now it's taken on a whole new term, and Carnival Cruise Lines is being accused of rolling out a set of rules specifically targeting black folks.
I bet it's Afro-Americans, not blacks, Afro-Americans. Because guess what? There is a difference.
I don't read anything in these rules that says anything specifically about black folks. So I'm just going to read them, and I'm curious if we could, if maybe together we could figure out what group of people they might be talking about here. All of Carnival's updated rules here.
We are starting out rule one, and I'm already agreeing.
1. Stricter drug enforcement. Cannabis, even if legal in your home state, is banned on board under federal law. Violators face removal and permanent bans.
Good? Yeah, I agree. 100%. You are on a private cruise ship. They make the rules. You are a guest. If you don't like it, get the fuck out.
As far as I know, that's not a white or black thing. If you've been to a concert, there's all sorts of people that partake. If you've been to a public place, there's all sorts of people that partake. I don't see anything particularly race specific there. Rule 2. Youth curfew. Guests 17 and under must leave public spaces by 1 a.m. unless accompanied by an adult or part of a supervised teen program.
Again, I agree completely. I think that's kind of the law in Germany, even. It might be midnight. But yeah, what's the problem here? Oh, let me get this straight. A bunch of people want underaged. They want minors to be on parties, getting drunk and high, and then you can, do with them whatever you want.
Okay. I don't know. This is about unruly kids, I suppose. Fan restrictions. Handheld, non battery fans are now prohibited partly due to safety concerns surrounding the viral Where Them Fans At line dance.
What? What the hell is this? Is this an actual black people thing? And with black people, I mean Afro Americans.
Never heard of it. Um, I, I don't know. Um, Apparently, you have fans. You dance around. You open them up when you're doing a line dance. I guess. I don't know. Doesn't seem a line dance. Seems like it's a white thing. I don't know. Bluetooth speaker ban.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay, well, guests may no longer play their own music in public areas. Carnival says the rule is for comfort, but many see racial bias in its enforcement. Look,
I completely agree with this. Why do you want the people to have their own music on a cruise ship that's meant to be a party, and then they have live? I guess they have live music. And are the people really that stupid? Why am I even asking?
I have been on vacation in public spaces, and there is generally only one group of people with their jam boxes playing music.
That's the annoying people.
Um, but I'm sure all sorts of people probably do it. To me, it seems like these rules are just about not being an asshole So if these rules bother you, maybe, you're the a-hole. If I'm sitting on a cruise ship next to a pool, I'm not paying to hear your garbage music. And that goes for rap music or country. I don't want to hear that. The fact that you would feel so entitled that you would have an outdoor speaker in a public space forcing everyone around you to listen to your music, you're just the a-hole.
Yes, 100%.
You want to listen to your music? Get a pair of headphones. It's very easy. You probably have them because you probably used them when you were traveling. Drink package enforcement. Now, this I feel personally attacked.
What?
The 15 drink daily limit, which is about one per hour, on Carnival's Cheers package, has existed for years but is now being enforced more strictly.
I kind of disagree with this. I mean, I'm not a great drinker. I haven't had any alcohol in months. But I disagree with this, kind of. But I would also, being fine with having free drinks in an entire day. But my drinks are like this glass full. So I would be fine. I could. I'm not good with alcohol. I would be quite drunk quite easily. So yeah.
People are getting too drunk. Reduced music genre options. This is one that is
Oh,
potentially spicy. Though not officially banned, hip hop and rap appear to be quietly removed from many ships' playlists. DJs are also reportedly declining guest requests.
I wonder why. The thing is, modern rap and hip hop is just trash. I say that as someone that grew up with rap and hip hop from the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. Modern hip hop is just, and rap is just trash. It's trash for trash people. So I completely think this is great. They just should not ban old songs.
Now, I agree with Leon G. Black entrepreneurs should see this as a huge opportunity. I mean, but what this is, people say, I'll never cruise with Carnival again. I don't know who goes on cruises. It's never been something that I've wanted anything to do with. Being in a tight space with a bunch of people that I don't know or like, and being stuck with them and not being able to leave for days on end sounds like the definition of a nightmare to me. But what's interesting here is I have the "Where are the fans at" dance somewhere.
Oh
And
Jesus.
it looks like at some point, Carnival Cruise is a floating ghetto. This is what people say.
Y'all go ahead and get your hate out. Get all your names you're going to call me and get that out of your system. But for your information, I have been on 9 cruises since 1993.
Okay. It's a lot.
The ones through 2005 were not cheap, but they were very nice cruises. The people that worked the ship were nice.
Yeah.
The people that were on the cruise were nice. You didn't go to the dining room dressed like you were going to the pool.
Well, yeah, that's what civilized people do. People that. Well, is this really a point of discussion? Of course you do. Wear normal clothes and when you go dining and not a bikini.
Okay.
There was a certain amount of decorum required. When you got up in the morning, you could go through early in the morning, because I was. You could go through the breakfast and get coffee and a donut. They had a continental breakfast that early.
Okay. Sounds like she doesn't live in a great
And
area.
what's called the Serenity Deck, and you could sit there and drink your coffee and enjoy the sun coming up. You couldn't do that on this last cruise.
Okay, why is that?
Because they were still drunk from the night before.
Of course.
Oh.
And the only place they could find to hide with their goofiness is on the Serenity Deck.
Hmm.
The people on either side of us in the cabin were ridiculous.
Of
Their
course.
trash stumbled out into the hallway. And I'm not talking people, I'm talking literal trash.
I believe you.
Okay.
They would go up to the bar.
Here's the top comment. She's not wrong. Anyone getting offended is part of the problem. People have literally forgotten what racism actually means. This is not racism. This is the truth about a situation that the woman was in. Pattern recognition is not racism.
True. Absolutely true.
bars, the buffets, and get plates and plates of stuff, and then just pile it on the floor outside their door. There was no class. In the words of my grandfather, they had no couth.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and forecast. I mean, listen, so the video itself does say Carnival. So the fact that I know what Carnival is and what the meme basically forecasts, she's talking about, you know, the inner city youth, let's say. Guys.
YN?
Yeah, people you don't want to be around. City people are trash. There, I said it. City people are trash.
As I say?
Every single thing that she has just dictated absolutely is indicative of individuals that come from the hood. They've saved up a little bit of money and they want to go on a vacation, right? But the problem is that they don't understand where and how to specifically act based on environment.
Yeah, because they... I said they come from single mother households that doesn't give a... who don't, their mothers don't give a fuck. And their fathers neither, if they even know they are fathers. That's the problem. That's the entire problem. And that's not the problem of, ooh, Afro-Americans. No, that's what you have everywhere in the world, where you have a bunch of single mothers in one area. It's everywhere the same. Everywhere. It doesn't matter what skin color you are. It doesn't matter what language you speak. It doesn't matter what culture you are. Single mother culture is always the same. It's always trash. It always results in trashy people. Always. Everywhere in the world.
Say they're so used to living in their specific world, their echo chamber, where everyone kind of around them acts the same and everything is, you know, consistently okay or decent. They get to a brand new place and just bring the hood or the ghetto with them, bro. That's what this is here.
The fighting is what amazed me.
Fighting.
You're on vacation.
Of course.
There's tons of fighting on
in
these
parts
trips.
of the most beautiful part of the world.
Okay.
And all you can do is cuss, scream, and fight.
Single mother households. They do on the outside what they learn in the inside. In the inside is, what I mean is the household. Because that's what the mothers do all the time. The single mothers do that all the time. So the kids learn that's completely normal to do. And then they go out and do it there.
Now, mind you, I met people on this cruise that were from a Baptist church somewhere up near Chicago.
Okay.
There was
Okay.
about 15 of them.
Right.
I regret to this day not getting their names. I had such a fun time with those people. But I couldn't
She's saying they're
visit
black.
with them
Yeah, I'm assuming.
because of all the nonsense going on. And it didn't matter where you went on the ship.
I mean, it's true. Now, one thing that Carnival can do is simply raise prices. That will get rid of all this. And that's what I would do if I were Carnival Cruises. But of course, we can go to the root. Carnival's new rules got black folks all in their feelings, but others say the cruise line is justified.
Of
Well,
course.
you can see Carnival Cruises is...
I mean, would you want to go on a cruise that looks like that? I don't. Why would I? I would be scared to be killed. And yes, it is exactly what you think it is. This looks like, I don't know, a refugee camp in Africa. Why would anyone would want to go there? Why? This looks horrible.
Largely overcrowded and is almost exclusively black in this picture. Brawls, attacks, drunken fights, boots on the ground, fans in hand. Just might have Carnival Cruise Line saying enough is enough. And some black passengers are returning the favor, canceling their existing reservations or canceling the cruise line altogether because they deem the new rules are racist. But some argue, are the new policies racist or just restrictive? You know, stricter enforcing drugs.
It's not even restrictive. That's the point. A lot of those things are just, you know, so things don't go overboard. You can, unless you're a fucking alcoholic, you can have 15 drinks a day. That's plenty. That's plenty. If that doesn't even get you, you know, tipsy, well, guess we have an alcoholic there. Stop complaining about things that aren't even strict. These things aren't strict at all. This is ridiculous.
Having curfews, boots on the ground, but leave the fans at home. I don't know if exclusively black people do this dance. I don't really know. It's a line dance by 803 Fresh where dancers loudly clack fans on certain parts of the song. The cruise line says the clacking could cause accidental injuries. That seems fine to me. No more hip hop. Some online discussions suggest that Carnival might have been moving towards a more pre-approved song selection for DJs who reportedly declined passengers' requests. Fine. You know, unlimited drinks, having limits. First of all, if you say unlimited drinks, they should be unlimited. But second of all, if people are getting hammered, causing a problem, getting in fights, then they should be cut off. I don't have any problem with that. And by the way, I've seen plenty of white people being hammered and getting into trouble. So I don't really see that as a race.
It's not about black people. Now, that black people are the majority of people that are causing problems. That's not the reason why these rules exist. It's that these rules exist because people causing problems. It's just that it seems like the majority of people that are causing problems are black people. And that's why, you know, black people are so angry. Because they themselves know that they are the problem. You can't make this shit up.
This is just you've got to act right in public. You know, of course, folks on TikTok expressed their concern. Carnival does not have to worry about me. One TikToker said, who said that she canceled a reservation for a friend's birthday. We got the Carnival message loud and clear. We're not your demographic anymore. Well, people who act the fool and do this kind of stuff, I wouldn't want them around me either. White, black, or purple.
Yeah.
Well, some are saying goodbye to the cruise line. Others welcome the change. Y'all have to learn how to act. I'm not going to lie. Y'all really made the value go down. I'm not mad at it. Another added. The rules, I imagine that means. I've never seen a Carnival cruise video on social media that makes me want to go. If it's like Walmart, it's like the Walmart of cruise lines. While a third video wrote, it's not racism, but certain stuff becomes a liability after a while. Another wrote, it's not a crackdown on color, it's a crackdown on people's behavior. One person reasoned. Other comments included, Carnival got tired of being Section 8 of the sea. God forbid the company want to protect their brand. What's racist about asking people to act right? Absolutely nothing. The people that want to act the fool, they're the ones that are impressed or that are upset about this.
Yes.
Absolutely fatigue setting in here. I hope you were informed by this video. If you were, please do leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, subscribe or follow down below. We'll talk to you again real soon.
What he said. Good video. Good video.